Hello, my name is Kimberly K, your continued education specialist with KINCC Education Group, here to do an informative session of frequently asked questions that you may have concerning our new virtual platform. So for the year of 2020, King Education Group was given 4 opportunities to bring quality education and serve the instructors for the state of Tennessee. We were successful in executing one class in the month of March at Paul Mitchell, the school, which was very engaging, very motivating, very fun, and extremely interactive. However, immediately after that class, COVID-19 rocked and shook our worlds forever. As a result, we, being the education group we are, concerned about our instructors, concerned about the well being of our customer base, we decided to do all of the remainder of our classes for 2020 on a virtual platform in an effort to protect your best interests of worry, anxiety, and fear, as well as the social distancing and the necessary safety precautions. We decided to do our platform here virtually on the web. First of all, I would like to take the time to welcome those of you that are new to our education group and that have even inquired about any interest regarding the virtual platform. A special welcome to you and a special thanks to those of you that have been with KINCC Education Group for the number of years you have. So we appreciate your support and your continuous support even on this virtual platform. Let's get into the meat of the matter on what virtual learning truly is. Virtual learning is any type of learning that includes using computer software, using the internet, or a combination of the two in an effort to deliver instruction to students. By using virtual learning, we actually minimize or eliminate the need for a teacher and a student to share a classroom. So instead of sharing a classroom in person, we now have the opportunity to share our classroom digitally together. So, remote learning, also known as virtual learning, is provided by a teacher, but that teacher is not physically present with the student. So, even though I may not be able to touch you uh, physically, hopefully, the making of a master education platform will be able to touch your heart and impart some revelation, knowledge, and understanding on how to produce more successful students. The next question is, what are the technical requirements for virtual learning? You will need internet access the entire 2 days for the entire 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. You also will need any device with a camera or a camera attachment. This includes a smartphone, it could be a tablet, it could be a desktop, or a laptop. Now, I will say, in order to get the most out of your virtual experience, it's best to have something with a larger screen, like a laptop or a desktop. However, a smartphone and tablet will work just the same. However, you can stream from a larger screen if you have a smart television or an in-home entertainment system that may have a larger screen, if you're familiar with setting it up in advance prior to class. Okay. Now, what are the requirements of the students? You are required to be present on the screen the entire duration of the class being in session, which is 16 hours. 100% participation is mandatory in order to receive the proper credit. Office supplies that you may need, poster board, a glue stick, a pair of scissors, 3 of your favorite magazines, and colored markers or crayons. And these are things that you probably should already have at home if you're currently in school, and it probably won't cost you any more than about $5 to purchase these items. You also need to make sure that you have your power cords for whatever devices you are using, and if you have an alternative device, just in case one device goes out or you don't have a connection, it's always good to have an alternative device. Now, this will be an interactive, engaging session, so the same things we normally did in the classroom will still go forward, but in a way that is conducive to a virtual environment. That means you will be typing in responses from various worksheets. I'll be calling on you at different points to answer questions and to share some of your experiences in an effort to encourage, motivate, and empower our entire. Okay? Am I expected to sit in front of the computer for 16 hours straight? Yes, you are. This will be the same sensitive time agenda that we have followed if we were in person. However, there will, the same way we've had our breaks in between sessions, there will be breaks every 2 hours, and there will be an hour lunch. If I see we may need a break before then, I see I may be losing you, then we'll make the decision, but it will be at the instructor's discretion. However, you are expected to be in front of the screen the entire time class is in session. So to answer that question, yes. Okay, what are the benefits of virtual learning versus distant learning? Well, you have increased convenience. So even though we are no longer in the classroom, you do have the convenience of it being economically feasible. Also, the travel expenses you normally would incur for the gas, the food, the hotel stay, all of these things are being eliminated. So all of that is reduced significantly. And then your training materials, our workbooks, our worksheets, these are things that you can access online with your hand to do our hands-on exercises and things where we, call on you. So this is a great way to have a continuous learning environment and all be remote in the comforts of your own home. Of course, it gives you the flexibility where you don't lose as much time because the ease of accessibility of an online platform gives learners the opportunity to take a break at certain times of the workday to take a class. It also allows you to learn at a specific time and get things done. So this is not possible normally in a physical classroom. So this is a great thing. It gives you more knowledge retention. For many online instructors, it delivers a more effective learning experience because you have these interactive modules and we're able to vary the stimuli, and we're going to do some fun things to truly keep you engaged. Not only that, you're able to get immediate feedback on anything you may have a question on or any type of learning topic or subject matter that we're discussing. I get to, make a decision whether you guys are picking up on the information and retaining it. So all of these are great ways, as well as increased participation. Even with engagement, it seems like, you will have more opportunities for engagement if you were in the classroom, but not necessarily, because there are ways to interact in a virtual classroom through chats and ratings, as well as social learning, that we're able to interact and comment and share with one another in a way that we couldn't in the classroom. So these are all some of the benefits of virtual learning versus our distant learning. Okay? This is the current agenda for our virtual training. Day 1, of course, will consist of our welcome and our learning outcomes. At between 8:30 and 10, we will discuss the profile of a master, followed up with a break after our 2-hour mark. We will also have the PSI updates, question and answer session with Lynn. We will follow that up, continuing on with the profile of a master, creating a development plan, mission statements, as well as a mission board. We'll break for 1 hour for lunch, get back into explosive program development from 1 to 5 with a break at 3 o'clock. So this is the agenda for day 1. This is the same agenda that we have done in our in-person classes, but of course we're going to put a virtual spin on it to ensure that we all stay engaged, excited, and have an awesome and fun time. So that the slide I just showed you was day 1. Of course, day 2, you have your learning outcomes and a recap from the previous day. You have your learning styles and needs. You have your state board law and regulations, as well as pedagogical practices. And we're going to be talking about emotional intelligence. We're going to break for lunch, and then students' success beyond the license. And then we'll take another break after that, finish up with student success beyond the license, and then go into our surveys. You can download your certificate and we'll be dismissed and everybody goes home. So that is day 1 and day 2. Now, this is one of the questions that has been asked quite often. What if my license expires before the scheduled date of your classes? Under Executive Order number 15, which was signed by Governor Lee, that's our state governor for Tennessee, on March 19th, your license will not expire if you have not met the continued education requirements. So what does this mean? Basically, what it means is when COVID-19 started in the month of March, if your license was to expire in March, April, anywhere between March 19th and May 31st, your license was put for expire and you were up for renewal. Under Governor Executive Order number 15, your license will not expire. The Tennessee Board of Cosmetology, he gave each regulatory board permission to administratively make a decision for continued education requirements. So that Tennessee State Board of Cosmetology falls under that regulatory board. So this simply means that if your license has expired in March, April, or is getting ready to expire in May, you have until the end of the year to meet your state board requirements. As you can see, I have highlighted this information. This is a screenshot from Tennessee.gov under their frequently asked questions during COVID-19. So if you are interested in looking up this information, feel free to go on the Tennessee.gov website where this is made plain for us to see. And to piggyback even further on that particular, here is the link to confirm the validity of what I am saying. And this is also the number to the Cosmetology Board in Nashville, as well as the link, which is tennessee.gov/commerce/COVID-19/frequently asked questions. You can find this information directly under the questions regarding the regulatory board. So why not, while we are all considered non-essential at home and have not been released yet, why not go ahead and get your continued education hours to meet the requirements for the low price of $99? The next question asks, what can I expect from my instructors? I am Kimberly K, your continued education specialist and host for Making of a Master virtual platform. I bring over 24 years of experience as a licensed cosmetologist, working behind the chair still, salon owner, master educator, platform artist, as well as state board certified educator for the last 17 years. What you can expect is consistency, innovation, creativity, and lots of enthusiasm and energy. So we're going to have a great time on this virtual platform. Most of the time after we've done classes in person, I feel like I know my instructors, learning everybody's name. For those of you that have been with me before, you know that I truly have a passion for education, but not only for education, but for people as a whole. The next question is, how can I prepare for this virtual learning experience? First thing, you need to download and familiarize yourself with the Zoom app. This is the platform that we will have our class driving through both days, Sunday and Monday. Another thing is to get a good night's rest the night before. Keep in mind you're going to be seated in front of a computer or tablet or smartphone screen. So ensuring that you have a great night's rest so that you won't grow weary is essential for this particular class. Number 3, schedule life in advance. If you know that you're a caregiver or you have younger children, make whatever necessary adjustments you need to make prior to class to make sure that you get the best out of this learning experience. Also, write down your password as well as your sign-in information somewhere separate in a place where you know you can find it in case you forget your password. So these are all things in an effort to ensure that you are prepared for our virtual experience. Coming soon to an email or text message near you, you can expect informative email blasts for those of you that have signed up and are ready to learn leading into the course date that you chose. You also can expect some virtual tutorials on how to use Zoom, on more information about digital learning and how to prepare yourself. We're going to have a pre-login party to make sure that everyone leading up to the class date has a seamless, smooth transition to logging into your account so that at the appropriate Sunday and Monday you will be attending class at 8, that you will have no problems logging in. And we actually even recommend that you log in at 7:45 to ensure that you have access granted. We're also going to do some content surveys. I had the pleasure of speaking with someone on yesterday who was a high school teacher who expressed some concerns based on some of the continued education she had went to before, and it was extremely informative for me. It was eye-opening for me because she gave me some tools that I can incorporate in the lesson to better help her produce successful students. The last thing I want to mention is immediately after the class is complete, you will have an opportunity to download a certificate of completion straight from the website. Not only that, within 24 hours of your completion, your hours will be sent to the state board where you will receive proper credit for meeting your continued education requirements. If you have any additional questions or concerns, this is all of the ways that I can be reached via telephone. If you're interested in joining our tribe, please join us on Facebook at KINCC Education Group or on Instagram at KINCC_EdGroup. You can email us at kinccedgroup@gmail.com, or you can contact us via the web at www.iknowmyhair. This concludes our informative session. Hopefully you're in a posture to make a more intelligent decision on whether virtual learning and virtual training under KINCC Education Group is the right fit for you. If it is, go ahead and register under iknowmyhair.com for the limited time special of $99. Again, it's the best investment you will ever make for your career in the year of 2020. Otherwise, take care of yourself, take care of your loved ones, and I look forward to seeing you on the web. And the greatest of these is knowledge.